Hello, happy gardeners. Welcome back to Stinky Nursery. It's been a while. Hair's getting a bit longer, and the cyclamen are looking like this. We've got Marla on camera. Say hello, Marla.
Hi.
She cut her finger making apple crumble the other night at 12:30. Well, the lesson's in the, I think it's the top, really. But there we are. Doesn't matter. What are we going to talk about today then, Marla?
Cyclamen.
Cyclamen, that's right. So, cyclamen. I'm getting so many messages. I'm getting bad feedback on eBay and people telling me that their cyclamen are dead. They're not dead. They're not dead. I don't know what more I have to do. I've explained this. I've got photos of them at all different levels. Am I starting to rant now, Marla?
No.
No, I'm not starting to rant. I've got, I've even got a big thing that I post with it saying they're not dead, they're bulbs. And it breaks my heart. It's not a bad feedback, but sometimes someone's going to be buying something like this, thinking it's dead and chucking it in the bin. It's taken me 3 years to grow them from seed. Rant over. You can see it gets to me. I've got some really big cyclamen. Now, Marla, if you'd like to spin in, what I'd like to show people is what cyclamen look like at this time of year. Look, they've all died back. These are the seed pods. This is a silver cloud. I label them all, SC. My fingernails are a bit dirty, sorry about that. But look at these fantastically weird things. They've got these spiral things that pull the seed pods back to the plant like this, and you get this little cluster. Now, these seed pods, you want to sit down again, Marla? These seed pods are starting to split now. They're starting to open up. The seeds are covered in a sugary coating. This is to attract ants and other insects, to take them away and move them. And it's a very, I say clever, but a way that is evolved with these two beings, so, a cyclamen plant and ants. They help each other, they work together. And yeah, I'm going to say this now. Nature is not about, it is about individual things, but it's not just about individual things, ants and cyclamen. The ants and the cyclamen themselves are individual things, but they create something else. Nature is more than the sum of its parts, if you understand what I mean. June, it's because I said parts, that's why you smiled. No?
No, it just sounded
no, that's
so...
my stupid mind. I've got a schoolboy humour. But no, it is. Nature is more than the sum of its parts. If you get all the bits and add them together, these two, this ant and this cyclamen, they create something else. 1 and 1 makes 3. And then the ants and the cyclamen thing will react with something else. It's so complicated. And people that study this are only just starting to understand it. So we should respect it, really respect it, and understand that if we're interfering a little bit, we could have been interfering quite a bit. But there we are. That's enough about that. Right, let's go on with the cyclamen. So, the pods are like this at the moment, and they start to split. Marla, if you'd like to spin in. Now, this one here, this is a fragrant one. If you can see, there's a little hole appearing in the end of that, and if I give it a bit of a squeeze, it starts to split, and we can see the seeds. Now, here's another one that's moved on a bit further, and as you can see, they sort of peel themselves back, like this. There's another one there, like that, see? And this one here, that's quite a big pod, and it's not been labelled. Marla, why isn't it labelled?
Sorry,
You didn't label that one. Got to label them before. And then, Marla, if you like spinning, we've got one here, which we've caught a bit late, that's split, and then it starts pushing the seeds out. I would love to get a slow time-lapse camera on one of these to see how they actually do it, because I see the evidence of what's happened, but I'd really like to see how they actually push those seeds out, to get them out there, to get the ants to distribute them, etc., etc. But what we're going to do is we're going to collect these. Now, you want to have either envelopes or little tubs like I've got, where you're labelling, what you're putting in what tub. You want to know what seed is what, because otherwise unless you don't care and you just want to grow them. But if you want to know what's what, get your tubs labelled up, get some envelopes. Never save them in plastic bags. If you save them in plastic, in little zip-tied plastic bags, they will eventually rot in the end. They need something that's breathable. So, Marla, if you'd like to spin it. Come here. Now I'm going to take this one here first. This is a Header Pink fragrance, so I've got my Header Pink fragrant box there, and I'm going to pop him off like that, and then we take the tail off and throw that away, and then you can see that they open up like this, and there's all the seeds. They are sticky. This is the thing. This is why we wash them before we need to germinate them. Look at my other video on how to germinate these things. And the sticky substance, it's a hormone. And this hormone prevents the seed from germinating. And so when there's no rain in the Mediterranean, around the Mediterranean where they've evolved, when there's no rain, these seeds will remain dormant. When the rain comes along, it will wash off this sticky hormone, and the seed will then be able to germinate. It's a very clever way that nature's thought, well, evolved into a way of making it all work so cleverly. Right, Marla, spinning again. Right, so we've got a big fat one here. This one we don't know what it is, so I'm going to leave that there. And I've got another few fat ones here that have split open like this. This is a silver cloud pink fragrance. So that one is going to, people have just turned up, I'm giving them away, and that's going to go in there like that. All right. Now you can just leave these as little pods and let them dry out, but they are a real pain to get the seeds out of afterwards. And Marla, last one over here. Now this, sorry to go on a bit, this is a white hedifolium here. Now these have spilt out onto the ground. I have found the best way to do this is to lift them up with a bit of a spoon, because they're quite sticky, so the seeds will sort of stick together. And if you can get the spoon under there like that, you avoid picking up all of the mud with it. I'm just going to pop that in there. Marla, just spin over again. Look. Sorry, making you work for your money here. And so each individual seed, I'm picking up like that. I'm not getting any mud with it. Yep, just get them up like that. Because once you're trying to separate mud out from them afterwards, it's an absolute nightmare. And they're head of white, so they can go in there. Oh, and that one's come off. Look, see, he's come off and he's not quite ready. Oh, I've popped him open. I'm just going to keep that in there as well. It might work, it might not. Another one there. Marla, go on. Look, just... This is boring, isn't it? There we are. And that's another big one. And there we go. This has been Robbie Felix down at Stinky Nursery, showing you how to collect your cyclamen seeds and having a bit of a rant about people that think they're dead at the moment and tell me that I don't know what I'm doing. But there we are. Marla, was that a bit much?
No.
It wasn't a bit much. Thanks for watching and stay safe.